Hey there, this is Betsy Lemaire. This is Katie. This is a Bent Halo saddle, Bent Halo pad, and we are gonna just jerk the saddle off right here, and we're gonna see how this saddle sweats up on this horse particularly, and we're gonna see if this saddle fits. So we're gonna talk about that. This is actually a breakaway saddle that Lynn from Bent Halo made. It's a great saddle. Man, it like really puts your legs where you need to be when you go rope a calf or when you go rope steer. Okay, so fits pretty good. Let's look over here. Okay, so what I look for on a saddle fitting a horse is it's all wet. That means you don't have any pressure points that where it's like if you got a ton of pressure right there, it'll be dry and there'll be little dry spots. Like if it's a little bit dry through here, something like that, like say if we didn't have as much riding with this mare, but we've had her in the round pen, so she's gonna sweat up pretty good. We've been making her tuck her head, so she's been rounding her back. So that pad and that saddle setup on this horse was perfect. So we had a Navajo pad or Navajo blanket underneath the Bent Halo felt pad, roping pad is what it was. And that saddle fit pretty close to this horse as well. But that's a pretty good sweat pattern right there. So that's what you're looking for on these horses. If you've got a big old dry spot, what happens is everything shuts off the neural reflex centers from the brain that run all the way down the hind end. And the reason I know this is because I used to know a guy named Mike Freeman that made the Saddle Right pads. And he was a people chiropractor and a horse chiropractor. And that's why he ended up building the Saddle Right pads, was for that reason, because he didn't want to come back behind on these horses that he was working on, and these horses' backs would be super sore. And anyway, so that's kind of how you figure out if one fits pretty good. And then like throwing this saddle back on here, so that's pretty thin. I mean, you know, but it's dense, the Bent Halo saddle pad. And I don't ride these as much as I do the Saddle Rights, but these are great pads. And these are great saddles. I ride Lynn's barrel saddles as well. This is Lily's breakaway saddle, but it's great. And when you saddle one, this is another thing I see with people. Make sure they're even. Back behind here, that crease is even. There to there. Right here. Okay. When you saddle one, you're not so much looking to see how close this is to their little elbow. You want to look to see, you want that saddle tree to ride right up on not on top, but up against that trapezius muscle right there. You don't want to ride them over the top of it. This needs a little shorter cinch on it for this mare. The cinch is a little big for her. We just kind of threw it on her today, but and then like as far as your breast collar, you want it about like that. So when they stride out, you know, they're not just jamming this saddle bar into their trap muscle. Okay, they're just. And then I always like to, whether I'm on my barrel horse or my rope horse, I want them cinched up. Like when I'm in a turn, I don't want my saddle, if I'm running barrels, I don't want my saddle moving. If I'm loping a horse in a circle, I don't want that saddle kicking out like this. And then I'm having to fish out here with this outside leg to keep my balance, just lope in a circle. I want my legs underneath me, and I want to travel right along with my horse. So that's why I have my horse cinched up. You'll see everybody, and I used to be the same way. Just riding around like that, you know. I mean, if your horse trips or does something tricky, I don't know. Like, what if your horse falls down when you're running barrels? You know, you could stick a leg under that. It's crazy sometimes. So, cinch them up. There you go.